working. Like, I think anyway. I'm not 100% confident. I know, I've never personally beat biscuits within an inch of their life, so. But I know that this needs to be reasonably fine, because, like, okay. This is a really fun biscuit smashing strategy that I will generally employ in all life. Okay. Hello, ladies. Hi. How we doing? Everything good? How's everybody feeling tonight? Sorry, I'm just weighing my biscuit crumbs. Okay, that's 104. That's 104 grams of biscuits. That's good, because I can tell you how many grams of biscuits we're gonna need. We're gonna need 240 grams of crushed biscuits. And frankly, I don't think we should stop there. I think we should just do as many grams of crushed biscuits as is possible. So anyway, there's bag number 1. Let's pop that over here, shall we? Hello. I do have a plan. Don't worry. I have a meticulous several-page recipe that not only includes, like, you know, obviously basic stuff like steps and ingredients, but also includes like oven temperatures, how long stuff has to go in, the ideal optimum like order for stuff. Oh yeah, smashing biscuits is the best bit. So I have made pies in the past, and I've used pastry dough. And I don't love pastry dough. So when I found a recipe for pumpkin pie, and I have washed my hands before starting, by the way, I want to make that clear. So when I found a recipe for pumpkin pie, which specifically uses like a biscuit crust, oh, I cannot tell you the layers of excitement that I felt. God, I felt excited. I was like, you're telling me I can make a pumpkin pie, which is basically a cheesecake? Yeah, sign me up. Anyway, it's really hard to, like, I bought, like, sealable bags, but they're weirdly difficult to seal. But, you know, I get there in the end. So currently what we're doing is, because I don't have a food processor, but these biscuits need breaking, I recommend muting, because okay. See, isn't this fun? We're baking, and we're having a good, safe time. I don't know about you guys, but I feel relaxed. I feel calm. I feel at peace with my inner baker. My inner baker is just, oh, she's ecstatic right now. She's having a time of her life. Your Wi-Fi, stop being fucky. I say this with love. I really hope it's your Wi-Fi, not mine. Because obviously the first baking stream we did with the cake, I had lots of Wi-Fi issues. Weirdly, I had more Wi-Fi issues when I turned on the microwave. And every time since, I've been hoping to avoid those issues. So frankly, as long as the internet issues are not a thing under my control, we simply have to live with it. Yeah, this sure is baking. I don't know about you, but when I think of baking, I think of someone recording themselves repeatedly using a spatula to slam a bunch of biscuits. Obviously, supposed to use a rolling pin, but I don't have a rolling pin. I just have a green spatula. But I mean, it is working. It's a bit slow going. I would love to have a food processor, but I don't, so... And weirdly enough, when I was buying ingredients for today, I didn't buy the ingredient of a food processor. I wish I had. Because there's actually like several steps in this recipe where a food processor would have greatly improved my quality of life. Right. That's biscuit bag number 2. Oof. That's a lowly 87 grams. So what are we at now? We're at like 200? Not enough. Not enough grams. We need more biscuits. So that means another biscuit bag. Okay. This is fun. Any advice for a loose mouse wheel? Oof, I have no idea. When I have mouse issues, I just replace the battery, and then if that isn't the issue, I buy a new one. I'll be honest, I do not have the patience for mice that disobey me. I simply do not allow it. I send them off to the mice farm rather than fixing it. And then from there, I presume they go to, like, I don't know, mouse hell. I was reading a scientific paper today that was talking about, like, using mice in science. And it specifically was talking about, you know, specifying the time when they put them all, like, when they put the mice down. And I'm sorry, this is a bit bleak, actually, for pumpkin pie screen. But they were talking about, like, the mice being, like, sacrificed at 8 weeks. And I always just find the phrasing of sacrifice just very weird. Like, I suppose they have been sacrificed for science, but... Ew. Oh, to be a mouse. Sacrificed for science. Oh, this was fun, but it's getting boring now. Bored now. Also, I did not tell James that part of baking was going to be making loud, repetitive slamming noises. I only hope that he simply hasn't questioned it, and that he just kind of accepts that this is what baking's probably like for me. Or he's heard loud slamming noises and just simply does not care, which is funnier, objectively. Right. God, some of these biscuits do not want to break. The Bluetooth USB thing on your old mouse broke, so now you're using Blueberries. It's identical, but the mouse wheel is loose. Oh, was that from the scroll? Oh, that sounds yucky. Yeah, no, that's very annoying. I'll be honest. If you're using it in the meanwhile until you're, like, because your old mouse is broken, ow, I just hit myself. I know it would be nice to fix, but honestly, I recommend just getting a new one. If you'd rather go through the process of fixing it, I recommend going to, like, a phone or tech repair place, because they always know what's up. Even when the rest of us don't, they always know. Rip to the mice. Mouse slams unknown object under a tower with a spatula. I think using animals in science is sometimes necessary. Delightful. Also, it's 10 past, right, so one very important step in making a pumpkin pie, as I'm sure you imagine, is the pumpkin. So it would have been really fun to be able to cut a pumpkin on stream. That would have been delightful. And it would have been delightful to scoop out the gubbins, and it would have been really nice to do. However, to roast a pumpkin to make a puree, it requires like an hour in the oven. So I just did that on my own an hour ago. In fact, almost exactly an hour ago. Hence why I'm going to have to start dealing with the pumpkin very soon. The most integral part to this whole adventure. The pumpkin. Although I'd also argue that it's very important that the crust works, because otherwise the pumpkin will have no integrity. So let's check in on the weight of that. Okay, we're fine. I think we have like, I mean, actually, I could just weigh all 3 bags together. I don't know why I haven't. We've got like 280 grams. How many grams did I say we needed? Oh, 240. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We have grams and grams of fucking biscuits at this point. Damn. Both of them were bought pre-uni and like £15. Yeah, I only buy mice for like £15. Like, have you ever seen a mouse be worth more and be good? No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Hello?
I baked you a pie, oh boy, what flavor pie, dead, I'm hungry, I'm dead, why did you make me this way, why?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that party. Thank you so much. I love remembering that that exists. Thank you. Thank you, party. Thank you for the bits. The flavor is pumpkin. Isn't that wild? So, sorry, I just had to wash this spatula because, to be fair, I've only used it to beat biscuits, but I'm gonna need it for some pureeing. So yeah, that's the other step of this whole procedure, by the way, that would massively be improved by a food processor. The part where we scrape out pumpkin and have to turn it into puree, because it's easier to blend something into a puree than to spatula it into a puree, but I don't know. Everyone knows that a spatula is, frankly, the best alternative to a food processor that we have in this modern world. That mouse got you through uni, you were so sad when it died. Oh, I'm sorry, Trash. I mean, it did its job. It survived. It got you through uni single-handedly, and then it was like, peace. Oh, you're not doing a master's? Bye. That's fully the decision it made. My food processor maniac. So now's when we get the pumpkin pie out of the oven. Although, actually, what temperature do I need the oven to be next? After this, the oven needs to go down to 175. Let's do that now. 150. 160, 175. Ooh. Okay, my glasses got steamed up. And I can't see a thing without my glasses. Right. Okay. Okay. So that's a lot of pumpkin. That's a lot of pumpkin. Okay, it said it would be done when the skin pierces to the touch with a fork, so. I mean, this might honestly not be soft enough. But, like, I have no way of really knowing until I flip the pumpkin. So, that's kind of hot. I hate when no one's do that. I don't even know, like, the best method of scraping this. Maybe a plate? Yeah, let's go with a plate. They need 10 minutes to cool, I think. But from my pumpkin experience last year, I probably want to flip it sooner rather than later. I'm gonna get pumpkin gubbins all over my thing. Well, I don't mind getting pumpkin gubbins on this, so I can do the pumpkin gubbins. You've seen reviews for event returning and they're all extremely high praise. Oh, nice! Hell yeah! See, that's good news. I wasn't, like, worried that it would be bad. I just, Oh, shit. Ooh, okay. Well, that's good, but we've encountered a new error, gamers. So, I think the pumpkin may have stuck to the foil. This is fine. Oh god, okay. Oh, it's definitely stuck to the foil. Oh, no it hasn't, it's just fucking heavy. Oh my god. Oh my god, do you see the smoke? Okay. Okay. That's soft. That's excellent. Okay. This is really good news. This is really good news. So, my entire kitchen will be pumpkin. There's just, it's so goopy. This is amazing. I'm gonna have so much mush. Okay, I'll put that down there for now. And then I think we need a big spoon. Probably a bigger spoon than this. This is kind of a small spoon, actually. Does James have a bigger spoon? No, James has smaller spoons. That's fun, I guess. Right, okay. Let's do this the only way I know how, by simply starting and then going from there. So, oh, no, I think that needs to be cooked for longer, honestly. I think that needs longer. I'm gonna do a quick initial scrape because when I first cooked this, I'm not confident that I've removed all of the gubbins initially that I was supposed to remove. So we're going to do a quick gubbins removal now, and then I think we're going to put it back in. Fuck it. Just because I don't wanna underdo the pumpkin, but I also don't know what the consequences of overdoing it is. Oh no, that's smooth. Oh. What do we think? Do I want to call it? Or say hello, Spark? Should I call it on the pumpkin? I could probably mush that. That's softer than it was when I fucked up last time. So I'm going to call it. We're going to mush the pumpkin. Right. Okay, no, I'm already regretting it. It's fine in the middle. It's fine. It's fine in most places. And it's like absolutely fogging up my glasses. And I can't see a thing without my glasses. Okay. Hold on. Let's have a quick assess of that. Most mazes are the same, but only 2 of them are. The corn maze completely changed. The 2 others are like reimagined versions. That's cool. I forget every year that they have plot. I don't know what to think about this. Okay, I'm going to take what I can, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven. It's just that I have roasted pumpkins before, and it was squishier than this. Like, it was really squishy. Yeah, no, that's not good enough. I want better from my pumpkins. I'm not merely accepting a subpar pumpkin, right? So, let's put you back on there. Whoop. Yucky. Then I think I'm gonna grab the other one. It's soaked in pumpkin juice. This is so yucky. You only know quesadillas? Well, I don't know quesadillas, so yeah. Fun fact, everyone. I tried to cook a quesadilla the other day, and it led to a mental breakdown. So that's the state we're entering the pumpkin production with. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, don't worry, I just got boiling pumpkin juice on my fingers. And probably also on the floor. This is way more fun than making a quesadilla though, holy shit. Right. Hi Squelchy, how you doing? How you doing, old buddy, old pal? Let's use this. That's what we can scrape the gross gubbins into that I probably should have scraped out the first time. Do you see the steam? I know you probably don't, but like there is an insane amount of steam in this kitchen right now. For real, for real. Oh my god. It smells good. I think it could smell better. Like I say, last time I did the pumpkin, it smelled a lot more caramelly than this does. But also last time I did this, it was mini pumpkins. So maybe mini pumpkins are different. Oh, that's smooth. That's really smooth. And I also need 400 grams of pumpkin mush, by the way. Like a homemade pumpkin puree is 400 grams of mush. Okay, this one's actually doing better. Maybe I should have just left it, you know, facing inwards for a little bit longer. Because holy shit, this is like... not all of it, though. Also, I'm sorry that for this section I really can't look at Twitch chat. I'm dealing with hot pumpkin. I'm dealing with the sexiest pumpkin you've ever seen in your life. Very mushy. Right, okay. I think that's all we're getting out of that. So, putting this back. Ooh, shitting hell. Okay, that wasn't terrible actually. Back in the oven? Back in the oven. So yeah, the thing online said it would take an hour, but to be fair, this is a very big pumpkin. And it came out of the oven a couple times before I actually dealt with it. Right, what do we think the best way to break down pumpkin gubbins is? Do we think spatula? I have a whisk. Steam? Valve's its software distribution platform, no way. Wait, does Valve own Steam? Because if they do, no fucking wonder they've not made any fucking video games in a long time. If I owned Steam, I also would never make a video game again. Okay. I think whisk followed by spatula? Although this may not be brilliant. Bare hands? I am not bare-handing this. That would be terrible. Saying that, I am just like stabbing at it, so it's like, is this really better? Well, it's not going to be a perfectly smooth puree, but I think that's fine. Who doesn't want their pumpkin pie to be slightly bitty? Slightly bitty and rancid. Mmm, yum yum. I'm not even gaming. Your second quote? What's your first quote, Spark? Spatula is better than whisk. That's not what I think your first quote is, by the way. That's just a hot take, I suppose, that I'm personally making. Because it's not like this just needs breaking down. And if you even just press at it a little, it's already becoming, like, honestly, pretty good-looking mush. Yeah, okay, so I really hoped this bit wouldn't take as long as it is. Because, the biscuit bit is gonna be kind of difficult, I think. But, you know, it's okay if this takes a little longer than we'd like. It's fine. Baking is all about steps and procedures. Valve and Steam, and that's why they don't bother with games development. Last time they did was Artifact, the Dota virtual card game that crashed and burned. I've never heard of it, like ever in my life. Not in this one anyway. Maybe in the next. Maybe in the next I'll be a massive fan of the Dota visual card game Artifact. But yeah, no, for now, definitely not. Oh, see, I say it's mushy, but then like I separate it a little and it looks less mushy. I think it's fine. It's only me and Party that are definitely eating this. Everyone else, it's optional, depending on how it turns out, I suppose. I don't know, it's fine. Is it as smooth as if it had been blended down? No. Was it ever going to be if I didn't use a blender? Also, no. But I think it's okay. It's definitely not 400 grams though, which is objectively what I need. Oh shit. I've got pumpkin stuck in the... Anyway. That's fine. Artifact Reveal was hilarious. They revealed it to Big Crown, Tata came up in the crowd cheered, and then the Dota 2 card game came up and it was met with a sigh. I feel like I've seen that before. That would make sense. I feel like I've definitely witnessed something along those lines. So whether someone else just announced a different game that also had that same effect, who knows? Can't believe you're making pumpkin pie 2 weeks before I see you. I'm sorry, it's mainly actually because I saw pumpkins in a Tesco in an unnamed location. And I also have ginger that's going out of date, like, tomorrow. So I just wanted an excuse to use up some fresh ginger. And I found out that, like, I found a pumpkin pie recipe that uses fresh ginger, so... And also seems to definitely require a blender. Well, you know, these things can't be helped. How much pumpkin mass do I have anyway? Let's find out. So this bowl weighs, I think, 200 grams. Huh. 592 take away 200 is 392, isn't it? Huh. Huh. This is fine. We actually are obtaining the amount of pumpkin mass that we want. Damn. I also just remembered I am going to want this bowl for the biscuits. I was uncertain, but I will. Okay. Diablo Immortal being revealed as a mobile game? Well, yeah, probably. I imagine that there are several occasions in gaming history where they've been like, here's a new game! It's bad! Ginger as a person? Not Ginger as a person. I'm also going to get out the butter to melt a little bit. Well, you know, to soften. Why would I have fresh ginger that needs using up and be referring to a person? I'm not like... I know I seem insane, but I promise I'm not. Okay. First of all, let's discard these pumpkin gubbins. And put this in the sink. Second of all, I think the pumpkin has been in the oven for like 10 minutes. What do we think? Do we think this is fine? What do we think we should just go with it? I think we should just go with it. More times than even I with my near encyclopedic knowledge of games industry would know about. Exactly, and you do have a near encyclopedic knowledge about the games industry, that is unquestionable. Everyone knows that. Ugh. This is really yucky. It smells like pumpkin, but also definitely like a detergent. Yum. Hold on. My glasses steam up so much when I open that. I don't think it's been observed yet, but hold on. No. Apparently it only works the first time I open it up. That's crazy. And I don't understand. Okay, oh, that's really fucking hot. I actually felt that through. Oh, that's why. That's pumpkin gubbins. Pumpkin gubbins, surprisingly, generate heat through a towel. Yikes. Right, what's our softness looking? Oh, you are looking soft. Oh, you are looking particularly soft and yummy. I might just even gump you in there right now. Yum yum. Yum yum yum. Don't know what the word gump means in this specific situation, but I'm guessing it means something positive or it wouldn't have come out of my mouth. Yummy gumpable pumpkin flesh. Oh, this one's particularly squishy. Oh, and it's definitely caramelized at the bottom. We want some of that. We want some of the good caramelized pumpkin. That's what I'm trying to get. If it's got like yellow or even orange on it, that's good. That's some good pumpkin right there. And I'm not just talking out of my ass with that one. I actually know that. And 1%. Yucky. It works once your glass is warm and a long conversation forming. That makes sense. And also, I imagine that it's something to do with like steam coming out of the oven. You know, that thing by Valve. And that only appears once before it starts creating shitty Dota games that no one wants. And then it all just goes horrendously wrong. Right, well I only need 200 grams of pumpkin gubbins. So I'm like approaching it. Sorry, I only need 400 grams of pumpkin gubbins. Oh, it's very soft and caramelly at the bottom. Can somebody do some maths for me, by the way? What's 450 take away 200? It's 250. Sorry, no, what's 450 add 200? It's 650. Why am I asking? Why am I asking? Oh, okay, well that's definitely enough. That was like 700, so I guess I'm just going to leave this and start mushing again. We back to mushing? Hell yeah. I mush with my spatula. 76%. Good vibes. Good vibes. Okay, I think I did a better job making the last bit puree than I realized. Because there's definitely like an obvious this bit and last bit. There's some like pureeing that I'm just simply not going to be able to do by matter of doing it with a spatula. But some of it seems to be working. And hey, it worked last time. I've made pumpkin puree before. Kinda. Again, it wasn't a puree. It was more of a, I don't know, like a mashed potato. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. It's a pumpkin mash. Everyone knows you should bake with mashed goods and not pureed goods. The blending simply makes it taste less good. What do you mean that looks so wet? You've not even seen it. But it is slipping around the bowl. Listen, it doesn't help that I'm using a very slippy bowl. It does sound a bit wet, to be fair. That's you can say that. I realize, wait, no, Mello can just do this. Bold of you to assume I can do any maths. Right, let's measure that again, shall we? So we want 450. Well, we want 2 cups of pumpkin puree. So as long as we have over 650 grams, we're okay, and that's definitely over. So now we just want to mush it enough that it's good, I guess. But like, it's getting better. It's looking very mushy. I think what we're sort of just in is one of those situations where if I had like a food, you know, like a food mesh, like a mesh for food. You know, one of those. I'm not even on screen. It's embarrassing. That's kind of what I need. I need a food mesh. Or I need to literally start going at this with scissors. But like, I promise, it's looking way mushier than it is in the pumpkin, you know? Is it the mushiest it could be? Definitely not. It's definitely a mash and not a puree. But it's fine. Like I say, it's fine. The flavor is going to be there. You don't even understand. The flavor is going to be simply off the charts. It's going to be pumpkin all the way down. Now, out of curiosity, I've left this a little while. Is this softer when you leave it? Like, kinda, but again, it's the kind of softness where this recipe definitely wants a food processor. You're gonna make a joke and say wrong number, but you figured it out before I even typed it in. Because I'm good at maths. You did basic dilutions in a meeting. You wanted to redeem yourself? Oh, yucky. Dilutions are hard. I don't blame you if you struggled. However, if you found it easy, I do blame you for being better than me. So, right. Because we kind of need this space, I'm going to put the pumpkins on here. And then, we're just going to put that in the corner so we don't have to think about it anymore. How does that sound? Everyone happy with that? Hell yeah, I knew we all would be. Now I just need to carefully lift a significant mass of pumpkin and not burn myself. Okay. That worked. I'm also going to quickly wipe down the countertop because it's got bits of pumpkin on it. Hello, Meta. How you doing? Right. So, C1v1 equals C2v2. Exactly, bestie. That's how it works. Do you think you diluted your eyeballs? Don't tell me that. Right, so we need 240 grams of digestives for 132 grams of melted butter. So the way I think we're going to do this... Shit, that's warm. First of all, my scales are running low in terms of battery. So, you know, it'd be like that. So we want how many grams? 240 grams of digestives. Let's simply weigh this out before my scales break. Right, so that's 79. $159. Yikes. We just need to get to 240. It's okay, we got this. Okay. 35. 39. 42! Yay! Now, if anything, we have too many biscuits. This is exactly the outcome I wanted. Right. Turn that off briefly. Not all of those biscuits are as broke up as I would like, but that's okay. I'm also going to work on just occasionally mixing this so it doesn't, like, homogenize in a way that is disgusting. You got there and then, but you did it in such a roundabout way. That's unfortunate. But, you know, dilutions are really hard, in my opinion. They're very hard. We shouldn't have to do them. It's a scam. They have to be done, honestly. That definitely needs to go in the wash. So I'm just going to put that on the floor for now. That can survive to live another day. But I'm going to need the microwave, so I should free that up. Okay. You did an experiment. Your caffeine standards are way too concentrated for the HPLC, so the lab tech just diluted them and said, oh, I did this. You were just like, huh? Dilution sucks. Dilutions just suck every time. Every single time. 132 grams of melted butter. Right, so we're going to get our butter, which is a 250 gram pack. Oh, I really hope my weighing scales don't run out of juice. I'm going to be deeply upset if they do. Deeply. Okay. How much butter did I just say? And this isn't a trick question. I'm testing you. I'm testing you to see if you've been paying attention. Oh, hello. Hi, Meta.
I have 19K. I could make a new command to ruin Mello's life.
Please do. Please do. Do you want to make a pumpkin-themed command? I said 130. I said 132 melted butter. So we'll add. We'll just really hope that we'll just hope that butter is about the same when it melts as when it's not melted. And we're just gonna slowly add that in. So that's 33. And please do remember these numbers because at any moment, how do I say? If the scale just turns off, we need to know the numbers. So I'm not just saying them out loud for like fake interaction. We need the interaction. Right. 83. Someone needs to be on Remember 83 duty. Because it's not going to be me. 90, 113. Remember 113. Also, Meta, thank you for the resub. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it and immediately just went into butter measuring. Right, 125. Let's overdo it with the butter, actually.
83, 113.
Stop saying numbers! Stop saying numbers! You're gonna confuse me! You know that I'm easily confused. You're remembering. You don't know how it works? You just have to decide what command you want, like what you want it to say, and then we'll do the rest for you. Don't worry. Right, let's put the microwave on low, and let's melt this butter. This is going to take a while and it might fuck up the internet, so good luck, gamers.
4203 17 9066.
This is just, you're just ruining this now. Stop it. Get some help. This is fine. Right, let me leave the butter there, and while the microwave's running, let's get back to mashing the pumpkin. Hold on, in fact. See, doesn't that look good? It looks really yellow. Hey, and I can tell you, it only looks more yellow in real life. Pumpkin's supposed to be yellow, anyway. Yeah, so exclamation mark, and then the way that you want the command to be called. And then simply the contents, and then we make it for you. Command that reminds you of your baking cooking fails. You can if you want. If you want to specify as well that whenever I have another cooking baking fail I have to add to it, that's fine. I can simply add to my failures. I can just remember more of them as time goes on. That's okay. It's fine. It's like not upsetting or anything. It's fine. It's okay. Okay, butter's melting. Oh, okay. Butter melts in a way that is interesting.
187, 303, 42.
Stop it with the numbers!
6.15.
Does this look right? That does not look right. This is what I get for melting butter in a microwave, something I've never actually done before. I am a classic defender of butter not in the microwave. But you know, this is okay. Let's just keep doing it. It can't go worse, can it? It can't go worse. Does butter explode in the microwave? It shouldn't, right? That'd be weird. That'd be weird. What's butter supposed to look like when it's melted? Because this is just like still very yellow. This is not what butter looks like when it melts. This is wrong. I think I've made cheese? Opinions? Smells fine. I'm just gonna put it in the microwave again. I'm just put it in the microwave again. It's fine. Yellow Maniac? Yep, that's what they call me. Trust me, buttercream icing went wrong and you had to heat it over a bain-marie. Hey, does that mean you understand more about butter than me? Because I'd appreciate the advice right now. This butter is fucking misbehaving. But like, it's melted. That's all I need, right? It's melted. It's just like still basically solid. Oh, and these are the only biscuits I have. If I risk it, I'm risking it, you know? But is this right? Like, is this okay? The fact that it's still very butter looking? Because normally when I melt butter, I melt it on the stovetop and it it looks a lot more like an oil, I suppose. Queen runs well all the time, so she didn't have her up to guide her, so she failed at cooking or baking. You're hurting my feelings. You're hurting my feelings. For being soft reasons. I need it for the reasons of binding biscuit into a buttery base, I suppose. Which, speaking of, I think now might be the time to get these bad boys out. Right. We're going to start with 1 rampi, which we will need to butter, so... You would recommend not mixing it vigorously. Okay. I didn't realise I could fuck up at butter melting, to be completely honest with you. I honestly thought this would be the step where there'd be nothing that could go wrong. Oh wait, no, it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. This is fine. I don't think I should have mixed it. I think when it was starting to melt, I should have just left it alone. Can butter explode in the microwave? If it can, what should I do to mitigate the risks? Okay, we're getting there. I'm not going to mix it vigorously, but I will mix it loosely. Okay, we're getting there, gamers. This looks right. This is fine. Mitigate the risk by having a risk assessment? I'll kill you. I'll kill you. You should put a little tinfoil ball in there to help it disperse the heat. I think you're fucking lying. It doesn't help my microwave just makes noises generally anyway. If my microwave was just like less stinky, I think I would be less worried. But my microwave is super stinky, so I worry. Okay, we're getting there. I think we're about to reach the point where I can stop microwaving, which would be nice. And I'm going to use these for what the task is that I have to do. 2 strips of tinfoil, make them into zigzags that line up parallel. You can all shut up. I'm legitimately anxious about this microwave situation. Use a tinfoil hat. Stop it! I know you shouldn't put tinfoil in a microwave. You're not going to trick me. I can't be tricked. How much did I say I needed? 132 melted butter. Okay. That's probably the best we're going to get. Okay. So, I'm going to use a little bit of it to grease these. Only a little bit though. And then the rest goes into here. Yay! Oh, I need a mixing spoon. I need a mixing spoon sooner than I counted for. Well, I guess we're using a small spoon now. This is fine. This is definitely okay. No one else is scared right now, right? Everyone else feels happy and confident that this part will work. I know I do. I know I've definitely made cheesecakes before, so I definitely know how this stage works. Okay. Okay. I'm legit, this is the bit that I'm the most scared of, I suppose, so you're gonna have to forgive me if I wow about it for a bit. Like, I mean it, you're gonna have to forgive me. Because I am gonna wow. And I am gonna cry if it doesn't work out. Okay, but this seems fine so far. But yeah, no, this is actually, like, this is full mellow focus hours because I don't want to mess this up. Because mixing pumpkin in a bowl, I don't feel too scared about. Creating a digestive biscuit crumb, oh, that's fucking terrifying. I'm actually not going to speak to you until this is done. Like, not a single one of you is allowed to exchange words with me right now, for real, for real. Okay? I think I'd be less nervous if I hadn't have had, like, an actual baking failure recently. Well, I suppose not a baking failure. It was actually more of a cooking failure. So anyway, yeah, I fucked up a quesadilla, which I've since learned is kind of hard to mess up. And that it's impressive that I fucked it up. Okay. Okay, I think I can actually put more in here than I'm currently doing. I hope, by the way, this has the tense vibes of, like, Bake Off or something. You better be fucking, like, nervous for me right now. If you're not all terrified out of your minds, you're not watching this stream correctly. Because I am legitimately afraid. Okay, I think that's fine. Ramekin number 2. Smells good. You know, it smells the way that digestives covered in butter should smell. Oh, that's definitely how I should have done it. Press to the sides and then add more. On the plus side, this small one matters a lot less. I don't think I've described the point of the small one yet. So the point of the small one is that ideally when you do something like this, at the end you should leave it to cool before, like, slicing into it. But obviously because I'm streaming this, I can't leave it to cool. So... Jesus. Whoops. I didn't burn myself much. Is now the time!
Hee hee dabs.
Yeah, I should cold water though, you're right. Okay, we're fine. So it was the pumpkin gubbins? It's the fucking pumpkin gubbins, I swear to God. You know, this is fine though, because I have 2. Okay. I have 2 and a deeper understanding as to why my mother put plastic things on my oven. Right, 8-minute timer. Go. I say go, I've done it myself. Shitting hell, that was terrifying. So, how's everyone doing? Is everyone okay? I've just seen Trash say, how does one fuck up quesadillas? Shut up, shut up. Shut up, you don't know. You don't know how that affected me. You're not allowed to talk. You know what? I think I need my emotional support spoonful of butter-covered digestives. Yeah, that was good. That makes a person feel better. No, I burnt myself on my thumb. So, I was holding, not these ones, but the other ones. I was holding it like this, with like my thumb there, in exactly the spot where the pumpkin gubbins were. So what happened was the heat obviously heated up the water, and then, yeah. Is the microphone really bad? I can't really do anything about that, to be completely honest. I'm fine. I want no one to worry. Like, my thumb is okay. It just definitely got burned a little bit, but it only got burned as I was picking up the tray, so everything's fine. What is the next step? Oh, we've got a great ginger. This is the bit I was kind of looking forward to the least, to be honest. Just because this is the part that, like, I'm expecting will take a long time. And if I'm expecting that it will take a long time, yeah, I sure think it will. Let's put the butter back in the fridge. That's super creepy gross. Right, so there's our butter. Let's wipe down the countertop again. Give me a second. Mike's fine. Okay, nice. Make a quesadilla as you wait? I'll kill you. I'm not kidding. I know where you live. Okay. First of all, so this is the rubber thing that is normally on the end of my oven, like, trays. Except that fell off. So let's put that down here for a bit. Grating ginger. The reason grating ginger is going to take a long time is kind of nothing to do with, like, the ginger itself and more to do with the me. So, small knife, very fine grater, ginger. On the plus side, I had my knife well, I say I had my knife sharpened. I sharpened my knife recently, so I should have a much easier time cutting off the edge. Whereas previously when I've dealt with ginger recently, I've probably put myself at risk by cutting with a very blunt knife. And as we've learned anything from me in a kitchen, we shouldn't do anything that could put me at risk. It is inherently dangerous. God, I used to be, like, so much better at cooking. What happened? I think I've gotten too carefree. I think I need a healthy amount of fear instilled within me. Because currently I feel too good about cooking. I think that's what's going wrong. I just go into recipes like, oh, this'll work. I know how to melt butter. When sometimes the answer is that I do not know how to melt butter. The ginger cutting's going not too bad though. I don't think I realised how much of the ginger mistakes I could blame exclusively on having a really shitty knife. And at this rate, we're on track to be finished by midnight. Your method of cooking is add things and hope. Sorry, I read that as add things and cope. I was like, wow. What has cooking done to you? Right, there we go. Let's cut up some more ginger. Once again, pray I do not cut off my hand in the process. which is not a thing before today I would have thought possible, but I also haven't burned myself. You know, the last time I burned myself on anything to do with the oven was I put in a pizza tray to preheat, and then I forgot that I'd done that, and I took it out of the oven with my bare hands, with my gargantuan big bare hands, and like, it was a very similar burn to this one, where it didn't burn badly, but James was in the kitchen with me, and I like just dropped the tray on the floor, and then went to the sink, and I think it was a little scary. Right, okay. We're not doing bad for ginger, actually. Half your recipes involve the same kind of spices. You're a boss when it comes to measurements. That must be nice. I mean, most of mine include the same kind of spices. Mostly. I mean, turmeric comes up a lot. Black pepper. Cumin. Just curry powder as well. I know oregano isn't a spice, it's more of a herb, but that also comes up often. God, I'm getting cocky with the ginger. What was I just saying about a healthy amount of fear? Can I bring that back? It is amazing though, like, so, but when I go back home and I engage in cooking, I complain about it for several reasons. First of all, because it isn't my kitchen, so I don't know where anything is. And second of all, because my mother's knives are so fucking blunt. And she doesn't understand why that's a problem. But it is a problem. It is a very big problem. Do you get another whiskey and coke? Yes. You don't understand. I would have a whiskey and coke right now if I, you know, again, the healthy amount of fear thing. I know for an absolute fact that if I was drinking right now, I would also be wounded severely and most terribly. It's still not, like, entirely ruled out. Me escaping this stream without, like, some sort of burn or, like, stab wound is, like, it's increasingly my goal. Bake pumpkin pie? Yeah, but also, like, live unwounded. Right, let's see if that's enough ginger. Another thing that I would love to fix about cooking streams is currently that currently I have to face this way. Don't know if anyone's noticed that, but I'm having to face this way all the time. And it would be fun if I could face another way. Like to look at Twitch chat. Although I think to solve this before, I've opened Twitch chat on my phone. So maybe I just need to do that. Because I mean, you'd think at this point, this is my third cooking stream. You'd think I'd be a bit more of an expert on it than I am. Also, is anyone else? Because I've injured myself on, like, nearly everything so far, I'm increasingly scared I'm going to scrape off my hand with this tiny grater. So, I mean, here's hoping. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to be grating for quite a while. Yes, I have obtained corn flour. Party brought me corn flour, which obviously I appreciate very much. Right, I'm going to be grating for a while, so I think first of all, I'm going to put this in the fridge. And I'm going to quickly check on my timer. Okay, my timer went off. So, where is it? Here we go. The biscuit base and stuff needs to come out, and it needs to cool for 10. That smells really yummy though, which is nice. Whoops. Meanwhile, the oven needs to be set to 190. Okay. I'll be honest, I think this oven is not the temperature it claims to be, because this oven was on before I started doing this. Like, this oven was on to cook dinner. So, like, she's been on for a while. She's been at 200 degrees. She's been at 90. Like, this oven has been on. Me when I turn the oven on. Hi, oven. Yeah, no, but I was going to say, I'm going to grab my phone so I can actually look at Twitch chat. You don't know half of your spices in English terms? I mean, I only know them in English terms, which is its own kind of sad, isn't it? Oh, archers would be good. I'd have some archers right now. Right, where's my Twitch chat? Give me my Twitch chat, please. Thank you. Right, Twitch chat is going to go right over there. Yes, that's close to a hot ramekin. Do I care? You grated your thumb zesting lemons and your thumb is still scarred with blood so much? I bet. That sounds awful. I'm really scared of doing something like that, to be honest. Just because you're just grating happily and then suddenly a wound. It feels like a very, disturbing kind of injury, I suppose. Like it would come out of nowhere and I would feel just alarmed to say the least. I think I've done it before, like I think I've grated garlic at my dad's house or something. You know, a classic father-child bonding activity of garlic grating. We've all been there, we've all been there. Sorry, I heard a fire alarm and I thought it was in my house, even though it was really quiet. Yeah, so anyway, the reason I'm going so hard on the ginger grating is because I need 2 tablespoons of it. So I'm going to try and simply get as much of it as I can. And then anything, like if I'm really struggling and I'm struggling for time, I will simply give up. And I will use some ground ginger. But I don't want to give up, because a big reason that I decided to even make this in the first place is because I had fresh ginger that I wanted to use. So to not use it would break my heart. It didn't even hurt, it just wouldn't stop bleeding. Yeah, I bet, because it's just like, it's just such a fine injury, I guess. I bet there's a way that you're supposed to hold these to avoid doing it as well. But I just don't know what it is. I'm not a cooking expert. I like to cook. I like to bake. Am I good at it? That's not the term I'd use. I wouldn't say I'm good. I also don't think you have to be, you know, you just have to be safe. And I have already burnt myself today, so. Ah, ooh. That was a horrible noise. Right. I'm nearly done with the ginger, don't you worry. Because I'm getting to the point where it's just like really tough fibers. Jim's setting fires in another room. He sets them often. I don't think you understand how many meetings I've had for my society that I'm in charge of, where in the background, Jim sets off a goddamn fire alarm. Like, it's often. It is often. Okay. We're getting there. With the ginger. I mean, at the very least, I'm nearly at the point where I'm going to give up, so. Okay. This isn't 2 tablespoons, but, like, it's not bad. So what? It will be a little less gingery? Who cares? Who cares? Not me. Throwing this so much ginger on my hands. Don't give up now, but like, it's so boring. I'm so bored. No, I can do more. You're right. You're right. Bored doesn't matter. This is baking we're talking about. Baking is all about not giving up when you're fucking bored. And I have so much ginger, you know? Thank you for cheering me on. I nearly forgot the most important thing about baking. Cutting ginger until you're no longer having fun. No, I'm having fun. And also, because I have so much ginger, I can be a little... I can be a little, I can cut off bits that I don't really need to. And then just live, coat and seethe. Okay. Get rid of that as well. Might write up the Harry the Ninth notes. Oh, do that. That sounds delightful. I still really want to read some more, but I was working on campus again today, and yep, that's going to be my life now, just forever. I cannot wait for the M side to be done. And I cannot wait for my ginger grating to be over as well. It's beginning to grate on me. Okay. Just a little bit more. Someone's setting off fireworks? To be fair, Trash, it is the 10th of October. Remember the 10th of October. Do not forget it, do not. We've all heard that rhyme. I don't know what happens on the 10th of October, but we've all heard the rhyme, so... And a very key component of the rhyme is about not forgetting, so... I honestly can't believe you forgot the holiday we celebrate on the 10th of October in these trying times. There's so much... This is the messiest part of this whole procedure. I fucking chopped up a pumpkin. I had pumpkin seeds on the floor. And yet, chopping up ginger? This is the part of this whole thing that is making my hands really gross. Literally, what the fuck? What the fuck, Richard? Okay, that's good. Looking forward to an all-day workshop tomorrow? Ha 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 ha! No. Who do you think I am? Who would look forward to an all-day workshop on campus? Except for, I don't know, maybe the occasional person that has left university and doesn't realise how good they have it. Not that I'm acting you specifically, Trash, but you know. But yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to it. Simply put, I cannot be bothered. Hey, I'd rather grate ginger than go to that workshop tomorrow. And that's saying something. Because I feel like I've been doing this forever. I feel like this is simply who I am now. I'm the ginger grater. I grate the ginger. Okay. Done with you. Bastards. Anyway, how do I even tidy this? Stop that. Get some help. Well, first of all, that's gonna go in there, I guess. And then I guess we open that and we just, tip all of the gubbins. Everyone say bye-bye, gubbins. Bye-bye, gubbins. Bye-bye. I'm gonna wash my hands as well, just to get rid of a little bit of the gingeriness of them. Okay, though, we're nearly done. And I mean that. We just have to do some mixing now. And that can't be hard. When has mixing ever hurt anybody? You know, the opportunities for injury have kind of passed now, right? Right? Aside from, I suppose, conceptually, food poisoning. That shouldn't happen. I haven't even dealt with the eggs yet. The eggs are still to come. The eggs of future past. This is going to be such a nightmare to clean. Oh, I can't wait for James to see this. I complain so often about crumb making, and then I just created this. So, this is the bit that matters, gamers. This is the pumpkin of the pie. Okay. So, grate ginger, leave crust cool, puree, eggs, sugar. Okay. Puree and eggs. I need 2 cups of pumpkin puree. Here is my cup measurement. I need 2 cups. I need 3 eggs. And the thing is, I want to use this mixing bowl for the whole thing, but it currently contains all of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently scrape all of the pumpkin mush out of here and into a separate container. Then from that container, we will put the pumpkin mush back in. And I know that this seems counterintuitive, but I promise it has many purposes. So, you're making notes on a book series for the studying vibes. I never want to study again. I never want to study again. And yet I have to study every day. Right, this is going to be enough. Last time I made anything with pumpkins, I did not have enough, which was absolutely tragic, and it meant that I had to make something, just a really skinny attempt of what I was doing. So that's 1 cup. And we're not here for the skinny attempts, okay? Bullshit. That's 2 cups nearly. It smells pretty good, to be fair. Okay. I would say that is 2 cups. Right, so my cup measurements are going to go over here. My ginger is going to go in the fridge because, let's face it, ginger can't go out of date. That would be crazy. Gauge your willingness to go on fair rides? Hell yeah. My willingness is high. It is willing. Oh, that's a lot of brown sugar. Okay. 250 grams of brown sugar. 250 grams of brown sugar. 250 grams of brown sugar. Wait, how many cups is that? No, this is fine. 250 grams of brown sugar. 250 grams of brown sugar. 250 grams of brown sugar. Hi, Blue-Green. These more fear-driven than happiness-driven. Listen, that's the entirety of all of my studying at this point. Oh my god. 250 grams of brown sugar. Oh, that's... whoops. Okay, that's 250. That's like easily 250. We should seal that. Oh, I have no sealers. Oh, I guess we just put it back in the cupboard then. We just put it back like that. Okay, it's fine. Also, I had a plan for the eggs. Oh, I remember my egg plan. Everything's fine. Right, my egg plan is that in the past when I've done stuff with cracking eggs, I always crack the eggs wrong. So I'm going to crack the eggs into a small bowl and then crack them and then transfer them. So we need 3 of these bad boys. That's already gone wrong, I can tell. That's okay. That's okay. And then the 3rd bad boy. Went okay! Hell yeah! Right, okay, I'm gonna add the eggs, I'm gonna stir them, and then I'm gonna wash my hands. Don't worry. Whoops. I promise there's gonna be the most thorough cleaning of this kitchen when all this is done. I also need the whisk for this one. Oh, whoops. The whisk is in the sink. So I guess I'm not gonna whisk. You can't eat the pumpkin pie? How come? Are you allergic to an ingredient? Okay, no, I need the whisk. Wait, I have a smaller whisk! Oh, that is too small. Okay, speed run. Jesus Christ, this is the messiest the kitchen's ever been. How is the pie going? It's okay. We're finally onto the steps that are pie related, I suppose. If I had to put it anyway. We're onto the pie steps. As opposed to the non-pie steps. Like, we're mixing pumpkin and eggs and brown sugar. But like a lot of brown sugar. This looks wrong. This is not what it looked like in the YouTube video. How thoroughly do I need to mix this? I've never seen more brown liquid in my life. That's okay. Okay, everything's fine. There. Your dad called show me Peter, but it was your mum who's currently hours ahead and just like, bruh, trying to sleep. That sucks. That's rough. Okay, well, we're just gonna live with that. I mean, unless... Maybe if the pumpkin was a puree. No, it can't be that. That's simply an insane suggestion. Then what? Cornstarch, salt, cornstarch, salt, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, cloves, heavy cream, milk. Right. Let's begin. This is the bit that's going to take a little while. I'm also just going to have to accept that my kitchen's going to be a mess. A tablespoon of cornstarch. A tablespoon of cornstarch. A tablespoon of cornstarch. A half teaspoon of salt. My salt is currently behind my pecorino cheese. That's fine. Okay, that's not the best way to do the salt, so... A half teaspoon is actually more salt than you'd think. Right. Teaspoon of salt, and then how much cinnamon? 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. So, aka a half. And 1. Cinnamon. How much nutmeg? 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. That's a 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. That's a 1/4 teaspoon. How much cloves? 1/8 teaspoon. I do not have that quantity, so I guess we're just going to go with a teaspoon. Okay. That's the cloves. 1/8 teaspoon black pepper. I have black pepper in here. That's all that pepper. Not all of that went in. Ginger. I wanted 2 tablespoons of that. Which is honestly gonna be all. And then I'm gonna mix this briefly. Hey, I mean, I'll be honest, this smells really good. Does it look good? Not really. But does it smell good? Absolutely. Right. I need to break this up a little, because this is currently sugar and pumpkin mush, just congealed together. This looks so bad. This looks like shit. Heavy cream and milk. 1 cup heavy cream, 1/4 cup milk. So 1 cup heavy cream. I'm so disappointed you all have to witness that this is what I bake like, but I'm actually a messier baker than I'd like to admit. One cup heavy cream, and then 1/4 cup milk. I'm using almond milk because the milk I bought actually went out of date and I didn't realize. Whereas the almond milk I have did not. Not really had many pumpkins though. I've always wanted to make good pumpkin pie. It's not happened yet. Okay. Mix until combined. Yeah, this is not the right color. Like, off the bat, this color is way wrong. But is it? Whoop! Did I just spill a shit ton of it? Yes. Is it a liquid? Sure. Sure thing. Right, I think I'm gonna have to call it in terms of being combined, because I'm getting increasingly scared that I've just fucked this up beyond repair anyway, so I should probably just give up. And I mean that in a way more positive way than it comes out. Ooh, whoops. It's just that this bit gives me fear. This weird, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna stop showing you this because I'm aware that there are people here that I would like to try and eat this. They too chewy? That's a shame. Pumpkin seeds are cool. Okay, yeah. I need to remember that that's been in an oven. So, let's pull that forward. Oh, yuck. Okay. Let's put that in the oven. Okay. Oh god, everything about that is just so wrong. Oh, you've got no idea. Oh my god. Right, can someone set a timer for 25 minutes, please? Yeah, 25 minutes we need to cover the crust with foil, but I'll be completely honest, there is no crust. I covered, like, I still have so much filling left. Do I want to try it? I do not want to try it. Also, this is such a mess. This is so objectively the messiest I've ever cooked. You wanted us to make a whole pie? Yeah, I regret that bad choice now? Now that I'm in a kitchen absolutely surrounded with pumpkin pie mess. Oh, shoot. Oh, I just did something so dumb. Sorry, I tossed heavy cream into the bin, forgetting that it will splash onto the bin lid. I mean, I'm solving it, but yikes. I make bad decisions often. Holy shit. Right. That needs to go in there. This is a lot of liquid, but also lots of just bits of pumpkins. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Not sure where to begin. Also, hello, son. Piss. What is step 1 in all this? Step 1 is I'm going to wash my hands. Okay. Did someone set a 20? Excellent. 21:55. Beautiful. Hi, son. Right. I'm sorry. We're basically at the point now where we have nothing to do for the 55 minutes that this cooks. Except obviously, at some point we're gonna have to put a cover around the pie. But, like, looking at that in the oven, I don't think it will. I have made a pumpkin pie cheesecake, I suppose. In the sense that, the pumpkin filling is no longer contained within the crust. It's currently doing its own thing outside of the crust. But that's fine. If we make the phone vibrate enough, we get it to fall down on the stove and melt. Please don't do. Please, son. Actually, it won't fall onto the stove and melt because the stove's not hot. What it will do is it will fall onto that plate of cream, butter, and pumpkin gubbins. And all I can say is, that will be gross. That will be incredibly gross to clean. Yuck. I'm surprised you've never played TF2 because everyone in the class has a piss jar as a weapon, does it? I did not know. Well, I suppose I didn't really, I forget sometimes because I have played video games throughout my life. But, hold on. New section of the kitchen, unlocked. So I have played video games throughout my life, obviously. Otherwise, why would I have become a streamer? Streaming video games. But, before I streamed, I didn't play many video games. I did not play many at all. Make the pie spooky? You know, pumpkins are spooky enough on their own. Sink cam. Just because, I have so much washing up to do, and I think it will just be really boring if you can't, see the washing up, I suppose. Although it does mean you have to witness the way that I wash up, which will either make you all scared of me or will make you respect me more. Leave a comment down below what this is doing for the general vibe, I suppose. I imagine the vibe is going to be minimal. You thought Sync was on the same side as the stream? No. So behind me is literally the fridge. And then there's a window to this side of me. And there's a wall also behind me. So that's kind of all there is. It's a very small kitchen. Very small. It would be nice if it was bigger. But, you know, we can't get the things that we want. At all. Someone's gonna wash my phone? Well, I mean, I'll do that at the end, obviously, because it's dirty from the cooking. But like, you don't wash your phone first, Spark. You get to that at the end. One time I washed up at my house. Oh, you mean when I started washing up and then I did such a bad job of it that someone like took over and then I started drying instead? You did the right thing. Do I still feel embarrassed and ashamed and embarrassed? Yes, absolutely. Put that knife away. Sunbeam, this is a spoon. Don't worry. There are no knives here. There's just a very messy countertop and the floor is covered in pumpkin and ginger. That's the only thing scary about baking a pumpkin pie is the cleanup, if you know what I mean. Oh. Based behavior. Why do you stand your knives up? What do you mean? You mean how the knife is? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, don't you worry. Don't you worry your little cotton socks. Nothing bad will ever happen. I sharpened my knives today, actually. Which I'm really glad I did, because otherwise cutting that pumpkin in half would have been a fucking nightmare. I also need you to know that my awareness of how much pumpkin you get per pumpkin is so shit that even though we've used like a quarter of the pumpkin flesh, I wasn't sure if it would be enough. Like, I was convinced that I would need 2 pumpkins. You've watched enough Final Destination. It's fine, because I always do it. It's, in all seriousness, I do it because that's what my mum does. And the reason why she does it is because the bottom of one of these things, where you keep knives, tends to get a little yucky. Like, unless you clean it very, very often, it tends to just accumulate water. And because it accumulates water, it can accumulate, like, you know, like pink biofilm. So, the life hack is, instead of cleaning more, you simply clean less, and you stand your knives upright, obviously. Obviously, that's how it works, so. It's a TV soap opera death waiting to happen. But it's not like I'd have to fall really far to... You know, I'm going to stop doing that. That's actually freaking me out. So you sharpen your knives, but you're only standing them up. It still makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense what I'm doing, okay? I make sense. I have a lot of kitchen behaviors that are a bit weird. But they all have a reason, you know? Like, I have reasons for doing what I do. It's just sometimes they seem a bit weird. And that's fine. It's fine. There's not, like, a problem with it. It's fine. I actually can't, like, think of any kitchen things I do right now that are strange. But I promise I have some. They definitely exist. This one's probably normal. I have a separate, like, tea towel for washing my hands as I do for, like, washing, like, drying dishes. But I think that's normal. Like, I think we all do that, right? Right? You're gonna take my sink away? Don't take it away. That's just sanitary. See? So is the knife thing. Okay? It's all very sanitary and clean. It all makes sense. I have reasons for what I do. I am also aware that because I don't use a washing up bowl when I wash, I use a lot of water. Yeah, my water waste contribution is not fantastic. In terms of ways that I'm damaging the planet, this is the way. But I don't love the concept of like mess and germs, so I do this. And I feel safer. But no, it's definitely worse for the environment. Okay, put that there. And briefly, I will come back. You enjoy doing that, but you don't always do it. So yeah, so this is the hand one, and then my darker green towel is the other one. So what am I looking for? Kitchen towel. Finally the chopping board is stood up. I only had it stood down so I could put the knives in place. Because if it was up like this and I tried to put something away, I'll end up stabbing myself. See, this is yet another occasion where you're calling me out for doing something weird, but my reasoning actually improves my safety. Oh my god, okay, this is so yucky. So I'm like trying to get rid of the pumpkin off of the end of this. And this is going to be an incredibly gross analogy, so please mute if you are planning on maybe eating any of this pie. You know when you're trying to clean hair out of a drain? It's the same experience as what I'm doing right now. Oh, it's so fucking gross, and it's so lodged in there. It's just fucking pumpkin gubbins all the way down. Well, that's the best one I can get of that. The pumpkin hair. Yeah, like, it's legitimately what's left right now is just the gooeyest pumpkin bullshit that you've ever seen in your life. Makes you want to eat it even more? Shut up. Listen, I barely want to eat this pumpkin pie. It's been made in sanitary conditions, so like in terms of whether you could eat it and be safe, you'd be fine. Like I've cleaned every countertop in this kitchen several times today. In terms of whether it's edible in the sense of the pumpkin did not puree, well, that one's a little bit more up for debate. But it could still turn out well. Like, it's not as if I'm a pumpkin pie expert. It's not like I know what the tells are for bad pumpkin pie. I just know for a fact that the pumpkin pie I just put in the oven looks distinctly different to the one I saw on the recipe page YouTube video. Yeah, famous saying. Oh, my phone is fucking soaked. Well, yeah, whatever. It needs fixing anyway. It's a cringe phone. I need a new one. Who cares if it gets water damage now, you know? If I can eat your lemon curd, I can eat your pumpkin pie. Hey, if you don't want me at my lemon curd, you don't deserve me at my pumpkin pie. The thing is, so like I like cooking and I like baking, and like I'm not bad at it. Like in my life, I've baked and cooked some very delicious things. But it's occurring to me now that every single baking stream I've done has not. It's not like it's been an unprecedented disaster. But like they've not gone right, have they? When I made the cake, it had the crack, and it took like an extra hour to cook. And then when I made the lemon curd, one of them was just straight up, like, not food. Like, not even close to being food, in fact. And then now with this pumpkin pie, where, like, this pumpkin flesh is just not really in a position to be edible, interestingly enough. No! The pumpkin gubbins! These things are not going to want to go down the sink! I really need to replace the big bag! Oh, that's yucky! You're done with neat notes for today, and you've done one way more than you thought. Congratulations! Genuinely, I did not do as much work today as I needed to, and to be honest, I did as much as I wanted to. So I need to steal your strength of just pushing on regardless. Yeah, the cake was fine. Like, do you remember when I tipped the cake out and it just, oh, that was a disaster as well. That was beautiful. The lemon curd was so stressful. Just because it just wasn't combining. I think when I do a recipe for the first time, my ability to not fuck it up is like, oh, it's low. But once I've got the hang of a recipe and I've done it several times, it's actually, I'm not that bad, you know? Like, more cooking than anything else, actually. Cooking, I'm not bad. Like, I make a really nice lentil bolognese. you'd give me the recipe for the Destiny biscuits, but if that requires one of those huge automatic mixers, give me the recipe in like, I don't know, like 5 years? I don't know if I've said it before on stream, but I think I have. So like the idea of having a giant like stand mixer and a food processor, those two things are legitimately aspirational to me. Like, and I theoretically could invest in one now, but I don't know if you've noticed, there's not a lot of room in this kitchen. Like, you know now. So that's the sink. That's the window. This is the counter space I have before the hob. And you've seen the counter space I have after. It's like a pitiful amount. And where this is, the webcam is above a small mini countertop. Where the microwave is, the kettle is, and my laptop. So, your whiskey and coke is gone, you're sad. God, I want whiskey and coke, but I don't have a whiskey. And I've been doing really good with not drinking coke recently. I've been doing really good. 2.25 hours of meeting in the middle of the afternoon. I can't believe you had a meeting in the middle of the afternoon where all you were asked to accomplish is, hey, can you do some dilutions? Have you ever even diluted while on this baby? You get good. You did get the best representation of Limbo on Earth at 9:30 this morning, still managed to clean your hands stage. See, there's different kinds of productive in this world, isn't there? And sometimes productive is doing neat notes. Sometimes productive is going through hell on earth at 9:30 and then cleaning your hands to gauge. And sometimes productive is washing up immediately after making the pumpkin pie, because otherwise this kitchen will rapidly become just rancid, and I'm actually gonna try and avoid that. Yeah. 5-year plan is sort of stand mixer. Same, stand mixer, but food processor first. I honestly want a food processor before I want a stand mixer, because when a recipe calls for a food processor, as we've learned, maybe it needs better than a spatula. When a recipe asks for a stand mixer, I'm sorry. What it's really asking me is how strong my arms are, and these things are strong, so I don't need no stand mixer. I'm actually deeply offended that any recipe would ever ask me to use a stand mixer. I have arms, so you want a shiny stand mixer that goes brr? I want one of those cute ones. I want like a pastel green. Pastel green is objectively the best color scheme for a kitchen. Tell me I'm wrong. Go on, tell me. I'll tell you you're wrong immediately after. Of course you can have a blender. Hell yeah. I also, so I theoretically would like an air fryer, but I also I wouldn't really do anything with an air fryer. Who needs an air fryer? Not me. Nor, I don't need an air fryer, nor. Oh, also, my laptop is currently on 21%. Someone needs to remind me to charge their laptop. Oh, also, this is how I pick up knives. Let me pick up the spoon first so that you can actually see it a bit better, because I need to prove to you all that this is safe. So, hand, knife, dry. See? Easy as piss. The second meeting covered a lot. First meeting was no use, but listening to group seems more talkative. That's useful. It's always more fun to have a chatty tutor group. You never spent your money as a child, which means as an adult you can buy stand mixers. Hell yeah. I spent it as a child on baking magazine subscriptions, which meant that at the age of 12, I had a shit ton of baking supplies that I just didn't actually use, and then I got rid of them, and now I'm an adult that would like them, and they're gone. I sold them. So 2 hours of sleep under your belt. You did okay. You cooked and washed up. Yeah, I'm so sorry you got so little sleep. I hope that was a purposeful trash-esque I will simply not sleep and have more hours of awake than, lying there unable to sleep. Because yeah, not being able to sleep sucks. If I can't sleep, I'm doing that shit on purpose. I can tell you that. Forest green though. Forest green's pretty good, but like forest green feels like living room to me. Living room colors are like forest green and like pink. But I know that my taste in living room, my taste in house colors is massively influenced by like what my home looks like. And my mum has a lot of like pastel blue and mint pastel green in the kitchen. And then the lounge is like pastel pink, light blue, light yellow, and then forest green. And I think it looks cute. One thing I cannot stand, one thing I simply detest, in fact, is a red colour scheme living room. Get out of my house, get out of my house. Why are you speaking to me? Get out of my house. Buy a group air fryer and share custody. Valid, honestly. I want it on weekends. I want to take the kids out to the pool. Grab it by the blade for fun. I do sometimes. Sometimes I grab it by the bottom of the blade because it's just more convenient. I save round knives. It's fine. It's fine. I'm also safe around knives. I haven't cut myself with a knife today. Have I burnt myself a little bit? Yeah, absolutely. But have I cut myself? No. Not at all. Not at all. And it will never happen. Shiny red stand mixes and bake off leave a Hallmark Christmas. Red is Christmas coloured, you're right. Okay, it kind of smells good. Kind of smells not bad, actually. Like, that's tasty. It's tasty good. Okay. Let's put the remainder of the stuff in the sink so that we know to deal with it. What we can go in the bin needs to go in the bin. I will not make the same mistake twice with the goddamn cream. That definitely needs to go in the sink. That's an egg in it. Screw you. and my. So this is my beautiful, beautiful measuring. My scales. My scales are a little dinged up. You could say that. Oh my god, no reason that they're slightly broken. This thing is covered in cornstarch. I never seen a boy more covered in cornstarch right now. Thank goodness I have a seemingly infinite supply of antibacterial wipes. There we go. So this side of the kitchen has actually remained quite tidy, which is necessary because this side of the kitchen that I'm in right now is anxiety made you unable to relax and pain go up, very hard to sleep and you feel like every joint's fused together because the combination of pain and stiffness. Oh, Meta, I'm sorry, that's awful. I'm really sorry. I hope that you're feeling better now in terms of the pain. And then hopefully tonight your bones will simply be so tired from messing you about that you'll get straight in bed and you'll just conk out. That's my hope for you. My hope and my prayer. Oh, this is yucky. And the only reason I'm cleaning the top now, because the pie will eventually have to go on that, the only reason I'm cleaning the top is specifically so that I can do the foil thing. Because I was going to not do it, but the pie's not looking terrible right now, which makes me feel very tempted to actually have a proper go of it, rather than giving up, which is what I was going to do. Not a red living room. Red living room bad. What colours do people associate with kitchens then? What are people's kitchen colours? Out of genuine curiosity. Because for me, kitchens are like white, wood, mint green, that kind of thing. But I am interested to be told that I'm wrong and that I'm a criminal and a coward for having such a disgusting, baseless opinion. Yes, I'm going to wash my hands. Do you have an electric hob? Do you now have an electric hob? It scares you? Yeah, I think I have an electric hob. I mean, you can see it in the corner, can't you? It's not a gas hob. In the sense that I don't have to light it. Like, it's just a flat top. The heat is underneath. Home is white walls and cupboards and black marble. Ugh. Monochrome kitchen? Ugh. Get out of my house. And I'm about to say something, and I mean it. If I become an adult and the kitchen I decide to have as an adult is like marble countertops and white and like a dark, deep red or something, no. I've become something I never wished to become, you know? If that happens. So you get me out of that before I stuck for too long. Right, I wasn't going to wash up more, but I have to actually wash up my scissors in order to make my foil thing. Tree colours, greens, browns, autumnal reds. Yeah, I was with you until you said autumnal reds. And now I'm debating why I even asked for your opinion. I just like greens. Orangey red, but also pastel green. Yeah. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of red in the kitchen. Red in the kitchen just seems wrong. But I know that that's because my mum likes a lot of like green colour in the kitchen, greens and blues and whites. But that's also because she's a cook, so she associates red in a kitchen with meat prep. Like reds and browns, dark colours are like meat prep, whereas greens is like veg prep. So she's a vegetarian for you know, some extra reasoning. So the timer for 25 minutes went off at 55, right? So 25 plus 5, sorry, 25 plus 5 is 30. Plus 20 is 50, so 25. Okay, so 55 plus 5, 55 plus 5 is 10, plus 20. 20 passed, okay? We need to check on the pumpkin pie at 20 past. God, I love maths. Gives me a thrill. Oh, I do want kitchen update. How's it going? How's it going? Should all be fitted by Wednesday. Hell yeah! And then you can use your electric hob to your heart's content. I bet you will be so excited to use that electric hob. You know, that's my favourite sci-fi novel. Do frickin' trash dream of electric hob. Okay, and then we need to loosely make a circle out of foil. I mean, it's not very horribly. It's kind of stupid to do this when I can't remember the size of the pie, so let's just hope that's right. Oh, let's just have a little look. That hole's probably too small, actually. And you can't quote me on that. See, I should have just measured the size of my pie dish before I started. But I did not do that. So now I'm committing the cardinal sin of baking, and I'm just doing some fucking guesswork. Right, so that's one. And then we need the other. The other's going to be much smaller. And for the other one, actually. Sorry, I'm aware you probably can't even hear me. I'm aware that, like, it's probably just foil noises at this point. But I promise, magic is happening. Magic is currently in the air. Oh, also, hold on. Okay, trash and blue green. Can you confirm that watching Strictly Ballroom with me was a good experience? Can you do that for me? I need you to prove to some non-believers. Okay. There are our foils. Let's get these out, look at them briefly, put a little foil prison on them. That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. You are adorable. Hi, Limp Pie. Hi. What a little baby. Oh, you are too jiggly for the point of baking you're supposed to be at. Oh no, the hole was perfect and now I've probably made it too big. That's so annoying. Actually, I know how to fix this. Simple maths. We make the hole smaller. That should just simply work. So, you know. Problem solved. Kinda. Oh, whoops. This one bit of foil is misbehaving. Okay. Right, 20 past. God, that was warm. My foil prisons were perfect, and I'm honestly very sorry that you didn't get to witness it. What's going on? Kitchen made of pastel green or wood, but also associate black tiled wood kitchens with rich people. It's like a bachelor kitchen. Dilf bachelor is emo kitchen. See, sad Dilf emo bachelor kitchen, yeah. I see some dark woods, I'm thinking, like mahogany. Yeah. Mahogany, black, white, and then maybe a toss of like navy blue. It was an excellent experience. The audio on the TV, watching it on the single phone. See? You're not liking this one, girl. I already said I would watch it. Yeah, so I want to watch, I want to make some, oh shit, hold on. Let me go grab my charger. Okay, fuck. Okay, we good, we safe. I told you to tell me to plug in my laptop. Why did none of you tell me? Anyway, I want to make Party and potentially some other people watch Strictly Ballroom. I have no idea how best to dispose of this shit. Yeah, I want to make Party and some other people watch Strictly Ballroom. And I was just finding it really hard to convince Party, at least, that it's actually very fun. Very fun, said by a person who despises dance films. See? Strictly Come Ballroom. Strictly Come Ballroom is my favorite movie. You've got no idea. Okay, there we go. Also, you'll like this one, Trash. So currently my webcam is balanced on so it's in my cupboard, but in my cupboard it is raised to like halfway through the first bottom shelf. So it is stacked on top of Rhythm of War Part 1 and Part 2. That's how I've stacked it. Panicked running. Yeah. It's fine. I think I just managed to save my laptop from turning off within about 5 minutes. Are you one of the people? If not, you can be. Yes. Meta, when I say I want people to watch Strictly Ballroom, I mean anyone I know. And I mean anyone. I want a room of people who have no idea who each other are, and if they do know who each other are, they're legitimately confused why they're all watching Strictly Ballroom together. That's what I want. Hi, Evelyn and Charlotte. It's not really colours, but it has wood. I like wood in a kitchen. Hold on. Let me get through a couple more of these things that need cleaning, and then I will check Snapchat. Because I love having opinions on kitchens. Like this kitchen, for example, that I'm in currently, bad kitchen. It's too small, and it's like pale wood. It's pale wood and white and marble. Like, oh, it's yucky. I don't want to live like this, you know? Hence why my dream is to get a slightly bigger kitchen and a food processor. Only then will I be happy. Okay. I'm actually feeling pretty positive about the pumpkin pie, by the way. Because when I just, it doesn't look right. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't look the right colour. Like, all of the pumpkin pies I found on the internet for recipes came out of the oven, like, yellow, or even orange. And they almost had, like, a cheesecake-like texture to them. This one looks like it's going to be more treacle tart-esque, which I'm not personally against, but definitely the vibe has somehow gone wrong. Like, somewhere along the line, I started making a very different dessert. You have to deal with lack of handles in your communication via pointing things. Wait. Oh, the Snapchat? Okay, that's fine. I love communication via pointing. I do that often, in fact. I think I pointed at, like, I was in a shop buying something, and I was polite, but I remember pointing at the person, like the cashier, for some reason, and it was just like a normal point, but I just remember feeling suddenly like, do I point to people often? And it made me anxious. Anyway, you're not a fan of Strictly Come Dancing, you feel very little for dancing in general, and do not enjoy the specific vibe that Strictly Come Dancing gives off. Know these things will that offset your enjoyment. They're very different vibes. I think that's true. I think that's not just. See, I pick up the knife like this. It's fine. Yeah. Dancing media is fun. Dirty Dancing is great. I've been listening to the Dirty Dancing soundtrack a lot over the past couple days. And goddamn is that thing enjoyable. Okay. Pumpkin pie theoretically done in like 10 minutes. Or at least according to the recipe, in 10 minutes I need to check. And if the center jiggles only a little, it's done. Very apathetic. You do dislike Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing is amazing. And I hate you. I hate I cope, I see.
Did I miss the pie? If not, then hi fopady bill
Hi,
back
foggity bye, boop-a-doop-a-doo. You haven't missed the pie. The pie's in the oven. The oven is down there. I can show off. Like, I've actually done a pretty good job of tidying. I always hate creating mess when cooking, but I also am very satisfied with how much better the kitchen already looks. To be fair, there are a few things that were messy in the kitchen that instead of dealing with, I've simply tossed on the floor. And I don't really know why I've done that, because the washing machine is like below, it's like down here. So I could have just put them in the washing machine and then dealt with them by turning the washing machine on. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I really don't know why I didn't lead with that one. My first instinct was simply throw thing on the floor, which I'm not proud of, but I guess that's who I am. Anyway, hello Corvus, thank you for the bit. You know how valid your opinions are as a person who danced for a dance company for 4 years. Yeah, but it wasn't like ballroom trash. You did a very specific kind of dance. You like Billy Elliot? Yeah, Strictly Ballroom I think is just a silly, goofy movie. Like that's why I want to get as many friends together as possible to watch it because it's silly and it's goofy and I don't know about you, but I personally love silly, goofy media, and I love watching it with my buddies, my pals. Hydrate or dihydrate? I don't really have any liquid. Hold on. What could I drink? Oh, hold on. You want to see my alcohol cupboard? So first of all, this is the remains of my pumpkin and the mixing bowl. My alcohol cupboard is actually too high, so I can't really show you. But I have, oh, this is really good. So I have Twin Fin coconut and lychee rum. This is yummy. I have amaretto. I have Pimm's back here. Some people watch Dancing Media and they're like, oh, that's good, and break down why I feel pretty indifferent. If it helps, I get that enjoyment out of Dancing Media, but like, that is not the reason why I like Strictly Ballroom. The dancing is legitimately good because the two actors they got are dancers, but that's not why I like it. What's wrong with the kitchen tap? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's just a kitchen tap. What are you saying? So how many hydrate or dihydrates for that? Is it inappropriate if I decide to hydrate with like shots? Because I'm tempted. You can drink from the water it makes. Okay, fine. Can I still do a shot glass? Please. Fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Water shots. Everyone's favorite kind of shots. I know point watching Strictly Ballroom to find yourself being critical or enjoying dancing and technique on the show. The dialogue, however, it's the inconceivable sight of Scott dancing with Fran. Yeah. What classics? What else is in it? Oh, I really like the line where Fran's like, "You should go for it. I'm sure you'll win." And then Scott like looks at the camera and he goes like, "She's a champion." That's good. That's the shit I live for. That is the shit I live for. Right, we can put this away. Into all of my food cupboards. Do I have anything fun in here? I have sea salt, a big bag of pasta. It's kind of all. I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, but I would like to. Like I've been new that I want to see Napoleon Dynamite. I think Napoleon Dynamite is the movie that has the canned heat dance scene, right? The song by Jamiroquai. Any Jamiroquainiacs in the audience tonight? Yeah, make some noise. I don't know what to do with the pumpkin. I have simply too much. I have so much pumpkin. I know I need to. I would really like to watch Napoleon Dynamite. I should probably just buy it on DVD, because, I don't know, I like the idea of having more things on DVD. And actually, my brother went through a kick a while back of, like, getting into renowned, like, good movies, which almost makes me feel like he's probably got a copy of Napoleon Dynamite. And if he doesn't, my mum will, probably. So many good things you need to watch. Instead, today you watched the new She-Hulk episode. And how was it, Party? It's the finale, right? I'm not sure why I haven't watched She-Hulk. Because I've been watching the Marvel TV shows, like, pretty religiously, regardless of how much interest I have in the initial concept. Like, but I liked Miss Marvel. I thought Miss Marvel was really cute. Miss Marvel was an excellent, like, Disney Channel TV show that happened to be made by Marvel, you know? Oh, finale is this Thursday, okay. Semi-final and it's not good. The DD app? What's the D? The doc. What does the DD stand? Oh, Daredevil! Yeah, no, that's the only reason why I remembered really that it exists, because I had a Daredevil phase. I love Daredevil. Charlie Cox, the actor, is a wonderful, beautiful person who was in Stardust, so Stardust Supremacy. My phone is bugging so. Funnily enough, putting a phone right by your sink, it may do wonders for my ability to read Twitch chat, but God, it's not doing wonders for my ability to, like, read. And he worked well still. Yeah, no, I think he just does a good job as Daredevil. And I bet it was nice for him to just be able to, like, come back to the role. You know, classic celebrity trivia bullshit. Oh, there's so much pumpkin gunk. There's so much pumpkin gunk. Oh, it's between my fingernails. Oh, God. Oh, this is legitimately quite gross. I don't know why I'm so grossed out suddenly by the pumpkin gunk. I mean, like, I'm gonna be eating it in a bit. Jesus. The episode is better than most episodes of the show, okay. Just the show in general, you don't know why you're still watching it. Yeah, like, didn't you not watch Miss Marvel? Miss Marvel was pretty good. Like I say, Miss Marvel was a good Disney Channel show. You met on the show in general, you just think it needed to go a bit more wacky and focused. You like Tatiana Maslany, though. Oh, that's the actress playing She-Hulk, right? Orphan Black? Yeah, I've heard she's very talented. And I bet she makes it enjoyable. But yeah, no, because I remembered the Daredevil's in it, I watched a little bit of the Daredevil episode. And I think I watched the ending where she's like speaking into the camera about like acknowledging that the finale is incoming. And it just felt really odd. Like, I don't think I liked that vibe necessarily. Right, now what do I do with all of this pumpkin liquid? It's mostly liquid, but there are bits of pumpkin in it. I'm gonna risk pouring it down the sink. Oh, this was already a terrible decision. Now my sink is just full of pumpkin gunk. Oh no. No, it's draining! It's draining! It's draining! Slowly! Okay, we're just gonna let that go, I think. Right, we want to check on the pumpkin. If it jiggles, it's done. We're checking on the pumpkin for doneness. Good job in She-Hulk, but man, she does not have much good to work with, which is a shame. She is very endearing. I like how short she is. It makes me feel seen. She-Hulk did breaking fourth wall before Deadpool, huh? Yeah, because I bet a lot of people have been very critical of it, saying that it's just like a Deadpool ripoff. Okay, well, first of all, I think that one's done. That one is done. Let's remove the pumpkin pie prisons. Okay, that's got a bit of jiggle in the center. Honestly, could it have another couple more minutes? Maybe. No, it's got jiggle. It's got jiggle. It's got jiggle. I don't care. I don't care. I'm done. I wash my hands with the pumpkin pie. I wash my hands with it. I wash my hands with it. I am gonna have a fucking shot. I want a shot. So this is Unisum Silver. Yep. Honestly, this would have been really good in the pumpkin pie. Tiny amount. The only reason you're watching it is because of the 30-minute episode length. You're sure Miss Marvel is good, but not enough told you for those extra 20 minutes. Yeah, that's fair. And to be honest, they probably did a good job making She-Hulk shorter. Just because my ability... So recently, me and James are currently watching Andor. We're watching Rings of Power. And we're also watching Clone Wars. Except most days, we only watch Clone Wars. Because a single episode of Clone Wars is a lot easier to just sit and watch for 20 minutes than an entire episode of Andor, which is very good, but I find very slow. And honestly, the same with Rings of Power. You're gonna send me the best possible picture? Oh, I want to see the red French countertop. Speaking of, I also want to see. Oh, my sink is so gross. I also want to see what Trash sent me. Where's the rum gone? The rum's upstairs. Upstairs? Sorry, it's in the cupboard. Wait, hold on. So Trash, I really like the fact that the oven is raised. Jealous of that. I really like the cupboard that opens. I'll be honest, my dream kitchen is like pale wooden countertops and sage green like cupboard doors. So my ideal kitchen is very cottagecore farmhouse kind of vibe with lots of wood. Unfortunately. I still think your kitchen's fucking delightful. Would I trade this kitchen for your kitchen? A billion times yes. In fact, would I trade 99% of kitchens for your new kitchen? Yes. Would I trade my dream mint green countertop kitchen for your kitchen? No. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I have to say. Where's the rum? The rum's above! Did you send me the picture of my DMs, by the way? Better. Excellent. What is the squishy thing you sent me, Trash? With the waggly arms? It's not rum. This isn't rum. This isn't rum. This is way more cultured than rum, okay? This is Zwack. This is Zwack Unisum Silver. It's all in Hungarian, but it's like almost Jaeger-esque, I suppose, in the sense that it's a botanical, like, warming kind of thing. But it's not rum. I have no idea what it is, to be fair. Messenger. Okay. Okay, that's not a bad kitchen countertop colour. That's the only kind of red I could maybe get behind Meta. It's like a red, but like almost like a red cracked looking marble. So it looks kind of lived in. I still don't adore red in a kitchen. I'd rather have black countertops than red. But again, I think that's because I also associate red colour with like meat. Where are you in Clone Wars? Still in season 1. Because actually there's a shit ton of episodes of Clone Wars. But we just had an episode where there's a spy amongst the clones. And God, I love the clones. I love the clones so much. But it was an episode where there's a spy who's one of the clones, and his whole argument is like, we were born into this life. We don't even get a say. I don't think this is fair. And then the other clones are like, well, you still betrayed your brothers. And he's like, I didn't mean to. I love my brothers. I just don't think it's right that I was born a soldier and I don't get a say. And then he gets carted off to prison. And then Anakin and Obi-Wan just kind of turn and look at like Rex, and they just go. Anyway, back to the war. They don't even acknowledge it. They're not even like, he makes a good point. I'm so sorry. How do you feel about this? It's just straight up. Moving on. Oh, built-in fridge. Built-ins. Kitchen built-ins. Okay, hold on. Let me give these a jiggle, because actually, now that these have kind of solidified a little, they're looking a little yucky. I'm beginning to think there was maybe too much brown sugar in these. No, that's right. That's a good jiggle. That jiggle's nice. Honestly, this might be kind of yummy. Anyway, that's why I made the tiny one, because I can't give this like an hour to cool. But what I can give it is like 20 minutes, and then I'll just have a spoon of the little one. Oh, we used the bath bomb with a fun little surprise, and the fun little surprise was the Wagler character. Delightful. Bath bombs are good. I miss bath bombs. I miss having baths. But bath bombs with little friendly characters in them. See, now that's its own genre of very fun. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What's that party? I've never heard of it. The Clone Wars politics there is meant to be bad. Yeah, and I'm hoping that the show, like, I've heard good stuff about Clone Wars, and I'm hoping that they're at some point going to acknowledge. So many clones die. Like, clones, and I suppose other people as well, but mainly clones, die in occasionally brutal ways in the Clone Wars TV show. And it's like, I know that children's TV shows are allowed to have death, and probably should have death, but should they have this much murder of clones? Like, this doesn't feel right. Star Wars Rebels fueled your love for Star Wars. It's so good. Wholesome Bad Family with Big Gay Catman. I want to watch more Star Wars TV content. Starting with Clone Wars, but I've also heard The Bad Batch is good. And Big Gay Catman sounds also very good, so maybe Star Wars Rebels should be added to the list. Clone Wars is massively incompetent, irresponsible, and regularly commits war crimes. Just even as well, watching Clone Wars knowing that the only fucking reason the war is happening is because one guy who's orchestrating it on both sides is like, I think it would be funny. It just makes it hard. And then also knowing that, so theoretically, if Rex, the clone character Rex, who is delightful, is a member of like Anakin's team, which means that theoretically, when Anakin goes and cleans out a temple of children Jedis and brings some clones with him, that would include Rex, right? Which I don't love either, but I think it's true. Okay, this pumpkin pie kind of smells pretty yummy. Probably because of the 250 grams of brown sugar in it, but you know, it'd be that way sometimes. Watch Rebels for them. I'm tempted. It's going to take me a long time to get through Clone Wars. And I hope I actually get through Clone Wars, because me and James are watching X-Files, but X-Files episodes are really long. They're like 50 minutes. And we're on season 2, maybe even the end of season 2. And we just haven't watched any in a long time, because you just watch enough of a show and it just gets boring. Well, not even boring. I love X-Files. I've been really enjoying it, but it's too much to just keep watching. And I really hope that doesn't happen with Clone Wars, because that happened with Parks and Rec as well, where we just basically got bored of the premise. But I want to finish Clone Wars, and then I want to watch more. A little show about vampires and Aztec demigods and ghost superpowers and serial killers and mafia. Wow, this TV show sounds boring, party. Who would ever watch this? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. More like JoJo's Sleepy Bedtime. Anakin pretends to surrender and then murders the enemy commander in a sneak attack, which is a literal, actual war crime. Good thing they don't really acknowledge war crimes in Clone Wars. Good thing all of their morals are just be Jedi or be evil. That's really good. 106 pages in Terran Knights, you have 11 pages of notes. That's a pretty good, that's like what? Basically a page of notes every 17 pages, right? All of Gideon was 20 pages of notes. I mean, I don't know how long Caro is, but I know that Gideon is a lot longer than 170. So, Star Wars Rebels is if Star Wars Clone Wars was less about war, more about family building, committing theories, and annoying sexy queer Imperials. Which sounds good. Because Clone Wars is very much about the war. Not in a way that I'm against, but just in a way that is definitely about the war. Right. So, if the amount of just pumpkin gubbins left in this sink is anything to go by, this pumpkin pie is gonna be chewy, to say the least. Because there is simply so much gubbins in here. In fact, you know what? Oh my god, this is... You know it's bad when the gubbins are like literally scrapeable. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, it's yucky. I don't like it. I mean, it's just pumpkin. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And my mum has made sweet potato brownies before, and you know, sweet potato doesn't. You know, it's okay. It's fine. This is just textures. Textures are fine. Who here doesn't like textures? I know I love textures. Particularly the weird ones. Those ones are my favourite. The ones that make you think for a second, that's interesting. Those ones are my favourite. Yeah, so my phone isn't in front of me anymore, so I can't actually read Twitch chat. But I promise we're like 5 minutes away from me trying the small pumpkin pie. Because, you know, that one, who cares about that one? That one barely even has any crust, to be completely honest. Also, so do I deserve nice things? Because I'm kind of tempted to give myself some salty caramel, some honeycomb ice cream with my pumpkin pie bit. Just to make my life a little better. Because frankly, I'm distrustful of the pie. I'm distrustful. I've looked into its eyes and I don't know if I like what I've seen. Right. Nearly done. Also, I enjoy that because I make a habit out of speed running baking. The majority of this stream has been me washing up. That's funny. Move the bin to the sink. No. Are you crazy? The bin's over there for a reason, and the reason is that I don't want it near the sink. I want it over there. Why is this not obvious? Why is this not just exceedingly clear? Do I deserve nice things? I think I do. Should have rinsed through a sieve. Oh yeah, that would have... Yeah, that's how you get the liquids through one way and the bits through the other. That's... yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot some basic chemistry principles about mixing. Also, hello Gabby, we're baking. So, I have one big pumpkin pie, one little pumpkin pie. I'm going to put a little bit of the mini one on a plate with some ice cream, and I'm going to have a little nom nom. Hopefully it tastes good. You deserve a little bit of a piece, as long as it tastes good. If it tastes good, you deserve some. If it tastes bad, you deserve better. So, right. Let's get myself an aesthetic looking piece. So there's my plate. Let's get out some classic Kelly's honeycomb crunch ice cream, shall we? Right. That one will be for the pie, this one's for the ice cream. Fucking Kelly. Kelly had a bitch ass ice cream. Okay, it's not going to be very aesthetic because the ice cream is kind of hard to get out. And I also just don't want a lot. So I'm going to give myself a tiny little bit of the ice cream. Excellent. Mmm. What a beautiful plate this is going to be. And then let's put a little bit of pie on this thing. Nearly touched it with my hands. That would have been a bad idea. Oh, okay. Well, definitely not the sexiest food item I've ever produced. If anything, yeah, it definitely doesn't look like a pumpkin pie. It looks like some sort of like treacle. It looks awful. It actually does look better in real life because in real life, like this side looks a lot more like gooey. It smells good. Your plates remind me of the cake cracking. Shut up. I ain't never had a cake crack. So, there is the potential that this is undercooked. It tastes good. And in particular, the top of it, which has gone slightly caramelly, and the bottom of it, which is a digestive butter biscuit base soaked in pumpkin. Those bits are particularly good. As for the middle might be undercooked, but I can't really tell. So, I mean, it's edible. I think it's good, actually. Is it good because it contains 250 grams of brown sugar? Maybe. That does not change the fact that it's this young. That it is young. So, yeah. Overall, it's good with ice cream. I mean, the taste is fantastic. The taste is fantastic. It tastes really good because ultimately it tastes like ginger, cinnamon, cloves, pumpkin, and digestives, which is not, that's not a bad flavor. Is it meant to be that dark? It's not meant to be this dark. I mean, I can send in Twitch chat the recipe. Right, okay. So I technically followed 2 recipes that I merged together. One recipe was for like the pie filling. One was for the like the crust. So seeing as the crust turned out fine, I will share in stream chat, I will share the actual pumpkin recipe. So if you follow that link, and you have a little look at the pie. So, and I'm being serious, go have a look at that link. Have a look at the pie that they think you should produce from that recipe. And I want you to now look at the pie that I actually made, which is this colour. Like, it is simply this colour in real life. It smells fantastic. I think it's supposed to have a bit of jiggle. It probably did want 5 more minutes, but it's okay. Because if you look at the video, when they like cut into it, like it does have a gooiness, like it has some softness to it. It has a softness that mine also definitely has. Okay, I'm definitely warming up to it. It tastes yummy. Does it taste yummy because of the pumpkin? Cannot tell. Does it taste yummy because of the hundreds of grams of brown sugar and the cream and the cinnamon? Yes. In fact, hell yes. It's yummy. This one's a win. This one's a win. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I think if I did this again, if I was going to make a pumpkin pie again, I would buy canned puree, or I would suck it up and get a food processor, because I think if that pumpkin puree had been smooth, I would have had no issues. The recipe, I think, is good. And I think the recipe that I've combined, so the one with this is really good for not having a pastry crust. Genuinely. Genuinely, because of the biscuit crust, it's good. But yes, Sally's baking addiction. That's a lot of. I mean, okay. So for comparison's sake, let me just quickly check the other recipe. So that's the recipe. That pumpkin pie recipe is one of the best rated I could find, like on the internet in general, really. Which is why I took it for the filling. The incorporation of fresh ginger and the crust came from a different pumpkin pie recipe. So, to be fair, how many grams of brown sugar did that one use? Okay, yeah, so the pumpkin pie recipe I used was like 15 ounces of pumpkin, 2 cups of pumpkin for every 250 grams of brown sugar. Another one, which is where I got the crust from, is 15 ounce pumpkin, 2 cups of pumpkin for every 135 grams of brown sugar. So this recipe is basically double the sugar for the same amount of pumpkin. But it's yummy. If you put that by a window in the sun rather than the kitchen lights, it'd be the same. I don't know. I get where you're coming from, but like the inside of this is not the right shade. The inside of this is definitely brown from 250 grams of sugar. Okay, no, the inside is cooked. It's fine. And it smells so good. It's just genuinely the only issue I have with it is that it is bitty. There are bits of ginger in it, which is my own fault, and there are bits of pumpkin. The taste is amazing. It's kind of just a textural thing. But like it's still mostly smooth. It's just even from like a general look at the side, you can see fiber, you know? And there's the occasional bite like the one I just had, which is all pumpkin. But it's cooked, so it still tastes good. So it's fine. How many Megan from Oxford out of 10 would I give it? I would give it 7. I would give it 7. I'd give it a 7 for tastier than I expected. A 7 for worse than I thought it would go 3 hours ago. but much better than I thought it would go 1.5 hours ago. So, you know, make of that what you will. Yeah, okay. I mean, at the bare minimum, I'll feed it to other people. So I'm glad you're fine with Bitty Party, because the big one's coming with me tomorrow. Actually, I might not bring the big one. Once I've waited for it to cool, I might chop it. Because as funny as I think it would be to show up to an all-day workshop for my degree with a physically heavy pumpkin pie, I am also aware that's probably not the best decision. Like, actually, it looks kind of good. Like, it looks good. It does not look like it should, but it looks like caramelized and jiggle. Like, it looks nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the pumpkin bit I have left. Like, hold on. That is how much pumpkin I have left. And, like, this is my hand for scale. It's like, that's like a lot of pumpkin that I don't really know what to do with. So, but yeah, overall, I'd call this a success. Huh. Crazy. I'd also say, actually, this is the best pie I've ever made. Because I've made an apple pie twice. The second one was better than the first. The first one was odd. And that's all. Showing up to a party at yours with a whole ass weird ass Japanese cheesecake thing wasn't the best thing I ever did. That was the best thing I ever did. But I didn't make that one. I bought that one from a shop. I mean, I could show up to an all-day workshop with an entire pumpkin pie, but at that point it's like, this isn't enough pumpkin pie to feed an entire master's degree course. It's enough to feed, like, 10 people that really like pumpkin pie, you know? Do you think you could play Splatoon and also listen to and take notes on Harrow the Ninth at the same time? Do I think you could play Splatoon and listen to Harrow the Ninth? Absolutely. Taking notes? It depends, because if you're playing, like, multiplayer mode, you're not going to be able to pause when you want to take notes. You're going to have to keep that in your head till the game ends. If you're playing story mode, yeah. Otherwise, no. God, no. Even you can't do that. It just needs to feed you and me. This is simply too much pumpkin pie, like... Although, hold on. So, how much of it have I eaten? So, with a bit of ice cream and a couple of spoons, I've actually eaten, like, a quarter, almost perfectly, of the mini one. Actually, do you get a good view of the inside like that? No, the stream's terrible. So I've eaten 3/4 of a mini one, and that felt like a good amount of food, honestly. As for, like, a dessert at 10 to 11. Yeah, but, like, if I could only eat a quarter of the mini one, like, I don't think you understand the size difference between those two things. They're, like, the same depth almost perfectly, actually. Because these ramekins are taller, but I haven't actually filled it all the way, so. Time to turn up to 6th form with a whole cake in a box you brought from home as waste food from work. Yeah, I think I have a memory of that. Like a hidden away memory. Like that one's locked away deep. But I have the memory. I mean, party, if you wanted some warm pumpkin pie right now, like, I mean, I'm instigating a 15-minute cutoff. Like, you would have to, if you want pumpkin pie that is fresh out of the oven right now, you're welcome to come over and have some pumpkin pie. That goes for anyone that I know lives near me. You've got 15 minutes. Let me know. After that, after like 11:05, you're not allowed in my house. Okay. I'm ending the stream anyway, about now. Which is good timing, because, you know, the pumpkin pies are done, and so am I. 12 slices of expensive cake. Hell yeah. No, I remember it now. I remember there being leftover food. Food waste from work. 15 minutes worth of notes. My memory for stuff disappears as soon as I stop thinking about it. So maybe you could, but I definitely couldn't. You get them 15. I mean, yeah, if you speed, absolutely. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you all for joining me in my pumpkin pie adventure. I think it went okay, actually. I will be back on Wednesday with more Hollow Knight. It's probably going to be my last Hollow Knight stream, so ideally I'll stream for as long as I can. You never consume a hobby all at once. You're fine. It's fine. It's just the next level up from reading a fan fiction and watching a movie and listening to music. Like, it's just the next step up. But yeah, Hollow Knight on Wednesday, Skyrim on Saturday. Thank you all for helping me with my pumpkin pie. Happy New Year. Yeah, have a good rest of your evening, and XOXO. Go piss, girl.